to go back into that one. Okay, so we're live. But everyone's on the wrong feed. Let's kind of fix that real quick. All right, looks like we got one person. We are having technical issues, so we've switched to mobile camera. So we're just going to try and get that link out so everybody knows. We don't know what went wrong. But we are jumping on that one.
Oh, no one's on there now.
Talking to myself here. I think this is probably not going to work.
I'm gonna move this.
Yeah, go ahead and move that. Okay. Just set it on the ground. So sorry about that, everybody. It looks like we lost a few people. We had to quickly change cameras here. Hey, Riley. Oh, let me mute that. So here, actually hold that because I don't have my tripod up. Yeah, so yeah, just bear with us for just a moment. The shaking is probably not going to work either. Fired. You want to grab that tripod that we always use out of there? Sorry, folks. We had a whole thing set up, and it didn't work. And every camera I try to stream right now isn't getting through. There's a cage in here. So we'll be up momentarily, and hopefully we'll have some others here join. So I got Riley. Who else is on here? Oh, that's our Riley. Your daughter is on here. She must be paying attention to the feed.
Be bored.
She's never bored. Okay, so we sort of got that. This is it's hard to explain. We do this so often, and then we utterly crash and burn here today. I mean, so we were trying to do it like real, quick and simple. If there's anybody who's, maybe watching who doesn't mind actually doing a quick share, because we personally sent this to like 40 people, and then we shared it on like Twitter. I think it's on Insta, all over Facebook. But yeah, I mean, I'm actually seeing there's something going on with our connection here and YouTube tonight, which is kind of a bummer. So let's see here. So who's online right now? So we got our kid. Now it shows people are still waiting in the other queue. So they must not be seeing the link that I added.
Probably.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead. Give us a quick hi. We're gonna just drop this onto Facebook real quick. You do not need to subscribe. You don't need to subscribe to YouTube or anything like that to watch this. Oh, now there's only 2. Are we that boring? I mean, if we don't build up some, we may just kill it and try it another time. But yeah, we do have big news. We actually got word of it yesterday afternoon. I wanted to wait until this weekend to talk about it. I just couldn't. It has to do with, those of you, all 3 of you, if any of you know what I've been working on for almost 2 years to build, and then the last 6 months to kind of get to the next, milestone. Well, we did it. So then that's what I'll get to in a second. But I'd like to get a few people on here so I don't look terrible. So but yeah, as you come in, just, say hi to us. Let us know, who's out there. Let's see. I only see Rye.
It says there's 4 people.
Yeah, well, it's some people. I don't know if they've not used YouTube before. They're having a few challenges. I can't troubleshoot those connections for you right now. I'm sorry. If you can chat. If you can't, that's cool. Just somehow let us know you're here. But we will give it another minute or so, and then we'll just go kind of go into it. So we got 4. And for those of you who are on here again, I don't know who's on right now. But this is Carly.
Hi.
It's my better looking half. She's joined the videos a couple months ago, but she's been getting more and more into it. She's been doing a lot in terms of helping with the filming process, trying to make me insane and whatnot as well. But she's been an awesome asset to Country Road and to Chandler Country and Phoenix Country.
On there.
What's that?
People are saying hi.
What do you?
On your phone, people are saying hi. You
Oh,
can see it.
that's because yeah, I'll see it in a second here. I should have left you with the other thing. Where is it? Rye Industrial. Hey there, how you doing? So yeah. Anyhow, so going back to it. So yeah. So in January of 2017, I set out with a goal to somehow, and again, make a job out of it, but to bring musicians and fans together. Put faces behind it, make it easier for them to find the bands, where they're at, bring up the band's numbers, make them bigger. And it's kind of cool because, you've always had like a music scene, and then, where people kind of knew each other, which you still have, but now the fans actually know who you are personally, and that's kind of cool too. It's like, it's interesting when I see people actually refer to musicians or talk to musicians on a personal level, where maybe a year or 2 ago they had no idea who they were. That was pretty cool. So yeah, so we started doing the schedule back then, and then I started doing the filming and the live streams and everything like that. And then over time I was like, well, how can I reach more people now? Because we don't just need to reach the schedule. Sure, yeah, I mean, it's going to be local to Maricopa, Pinal County, and of course now we're doing the whole state, and that's fine. We'll always have that. We get lots of requests to expand. That's kind of hard. This is like, it's a lot of work. You can ask her. Scout basically lives with me, and I'm basically on my computer full time, and a lot of it's for you guys, and that's fine. And that's awesome, and that's what we're trying to do, is just trying to get that word out of what's going on with the bands, and then putting the video into it. Was trying to take it a step further to make it like more personal and everything like that. So then over time we wanted to expand into kind of a larger network. So then that's when, and we're coming into it, that's when we got towards the YouTube route. And this also gave me a lot of good opportunity because not a lot of people know this, but I mean, they may know that I'm like in IT, I'm a technical guy and everything like that. But in the very beginning, we're talking before I met you guys, before, I mean, the dinosaurs were probably still roaming. I was starting everything in I was trying to go into the film industry basically. And I worked in music as well. And life happened and it just didn't go down that path. So this kind of made me excited. And I'm like, well, if I can create a network and get people from different demographics, from, different interests and everything like that to watch, then we would get even that much more big of a reach for the bands. I mean, really, and again, it's for everybody. It's for the watchers, the listeners, the fans, and it's for the musicians themselves. So, maybe when we, come out and we do that video, goes through post prod and it ends up on YouTube, somebody in Nashville, somebody in New York, somebody in Florida sees them and says, I want to work with these guys. I like these guys. And that's what I'm trying to do. And again, I'm sure it's been done before and we're doing it in our own kind of quirky way. And then again, whatever it takes to get that word out. And we have a blast doing it. I mean, this is pretty much my life at this point. It's pretty much like I have two full-time jobs. And, and I've tried to dedicate as much as I can before, and I try to do it independently, and that was kind of hard. Bringing us back to the news that I got yesterday actually puts me towards into that direction a little bit more because now we can do more. So I mean, there's only four of us. I've shared it. We can also just tell your friends. But basically, about 6 weeks ago, I put my application in with YouTube to become a YouTube partner. And the main reason why I did that is it's only going to give me a bit bigger reach. And it's also going to give me the ability to be able to afford to do more. Everything that we have done goes generated, everything goes back into this 100%. So basically what happened is they got back to me yesterday. They've made me a YouTube partner. I've been monetized with YouTube. And even today, our numbers keep going up and up. So whether it's a video dedicated to music or if it's us on the road trying to find music or just doing a travel vlog, whatever, all of these things are coming together, increasing the numbers. So, if I were to compare it to, a few months back where we did just straight music, no talk, numbers were kind of minimal. And then we started adding back in conversation with the musicians. What do you call it? So you have interviews, you have banter, you have fun, and then the travel stuff you add into that. And what happens? I mean, Carly, you look so far away. What happened was the numbers went through the roof. So like for a while there, I was like, what are we gonna do? I mean, how am I gonna get this further out? When I'm getting 20 or 40, hits or watches, and I could be wrong, but the one we did with Hillbilly Deluxe when they worked with Ozzy Osbourne, we're over like, I don't know, 20 some thousand watched minutes or something like that. That's insane. Now I have to share that advertising with Ozzy's people, even though they were granted permission, but it's just whatever. I'm not going to fight it. But the point is, a ton of people are seeing Hillbilly Deluxe, and it's just awesome. A video we recently did, and I think Jeff is watching, a video we recently did with, Southbound, and I just did some samples because we're going to be, in case you didn't get the link, Jeff, I just sent it to you. We just did some sample clips because we were out there having fun. I'm like, we'll cut this through. We'll use the rest for the promo video yesterday. That one did also really well, and it still goes up all the time. So because we expanded it into being a country entertainment network, which can cover a lot of different bases, we're reaching a lot more people than we did before. And it's super exciting. So, oh, there's only 3 of you online. It shows 4 here.
Goes for. That's old.
That's it's late and I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can refresh there. Oh, now it's showing 5. So yeah, that's really the big news. Those of you that can text and everything like that, drop a comment there in the chat. Love to hear from you. We can stay on here for a few more minutes. We're actually going to celebrate this evening. Again, we are just super stoked. If you're just now joining, I see 7. If you're just now joining, we're talking about, we kind of went through the whole history of Chandler Country and Country Road Entertainment since early 2017. And I was approved yesterday as a YouTube partner. So we're just really stoked about this. And these things are, this is huge because it allows us to do so much more. So like recently we're now on Patreon. So I'm in no way independently wealthy or anything like that, but how can I, bring all of you together, bring more people in here so that they can get to know the bands. And I mean, and we have so much great music out there. You got Southbound, Nathan Dean the Dame Band, Western Fusion, Marble Heart, Desert Nights Band, Joel Mays Band, Trey Odom, you name it. There's a ton of them, and this is getting us more avenues to get out there. But with Patreon now, we're able to do a few other things now. So people that are supporting Country Road and are fans of it and everything like that, we'll be doing a lot of giveaways now. Koozies, stickers, kinds of stuff, all kinds of cool merch. We have new T-shirts coming in.
They'll be really cool looking.
These are going to be cool. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Do we want to ruin the surprise?
No, we don't.
No, okay. So these T-shirts are going to be something I've not done before, and I don't know if anyone has done this before. It's just too cool. I mean,
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty wild. God, I can't wait. I'll put it this way. I was on a conference call earlier discussing that. I don't even know where to begin. They're cool. We'll tell you this though, they are full color, and if you have a favorite band in town, there's a good possibility they're going to be part of it.
Right.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, she's pushy. I'll tell you that. Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it. Michael can't jump in the chat, so he's texting me on the side. So who's all online? I see Jeff. I'm not going to tell anyone, Jeff. I'm just super excited. You can't blame a guy. But yeah, I mean, we're at this for almost 2 years, and we're finally, getting to that next step where we can just really, really, really reach a lot of people. Oh, and Jeff, I have another project coming up. I gotta get that to you at some point. I'll have to bring in on it. But yeah, it's good stuff. So Jeff's in here. Who's Rye Industrial? I can't tell. I see Riley. Riley, are you still in here? Riley's our kid. Well, it's her kid, but it's kind of like my kid. So she's a big fan. She likes to watch her mom on TV. So every week when a new video comes out from the channel, she gets her notification, and we're getting text messages, with yay in caps.
She was upset that the video didn't post on Sunday. You didn't post it until Monday this week.
Yeah. So sometimes on travel days it's a little hard. I mean, I was up editing the last video till, I don't know, I fell asleep at the table in our RV. Like literally, like hands on the keyboard, out cold, and we had another 5 minutes that had to be dubbed in the next day. And by the time we got to Phoenix, all we wanted to do was unpack the truck, find food, and that was it. We were exhausted. Let's see here. Let me see if I can. There's people actually sitting on the old link. I'm going to try one more thing to get them over. So if you have any questions for us, the other thing we've been talking about, and again, this isn't going to go super long today, but the other thing that we've been talking about doing is kind of like a Q&A. We have on Facebook, we're reaching, just in terms of followers, like 5,000 people, and according to our analytics, way more than that at this point, and then several thousand on on YouTube. So what we were thinking about doing was like a session where we actually sit down and talk with y'all and let you guys ask us questions. Thanks, Rye. I appreciate that. I mean, it's so much more than, because I don't want people to think it's just we're just trying to get the schedule out. Yeah, that's a piece of the pie, but it's like I've said a million times. It's about getting the bands and the musicians together, and at the same time, if the venues do well, that's even better, because every time you go to Bourbon Jack's or you go to Tom Ryan's, the Hitching Post, Rustler's Roost, and you buy a beer, you have food, this and that while the band is there, that keeps the bands working and keeps them employed. And that's important, Jeff's pie.
Pie does sound good.
Right. Pie does sound good. Does anybody have any questions or anything? I mean, I was kind of hoping to see some more people on here, but we'll leave this up for a couple days if people want to come in and take a look or something like that. But I'm really sorry about the delay. I don't know what happened. We literally had two computers with two different cameras going, and nothing was getting through. It was starting, but nothing was happening. So Jeff, are you excited about the project? Everything is, if I hear from everything's going to be turned in Friday, and then we can make the announcement officially. See how I'm teasing everyone? We can make the official announcement maybe next Friday, or maybe the week after. I don't know. Oh, well, I'm saying, why would, okay, so here's Carly's mentality. So we're gonna complete the project and have said item, but we're not gonna tell anyone. So when we have it, we're not gonna tell anyone?
They can find out by the looking themselves.
How are they gonna look themselves if they don't know what they're looking for?
It's true. Never mind. You talk. I don't have much of a voice.
Oh, you dance at Stingers and Oasis? Awesome. Are you into like line dance, country dance, swing? I personally love country swing. I just don't have time to really do it much these days. And Carly's not very coordinated. I have to get her in for lessons, see what she can learn. But yeah, as soon as everything's complete and I have said items in my hand, you will all know. So we'll give this another minute or two if anyone has any other questions. I was kind of hoping to see a couple hundred people join it. My timing kind of, I think, between the technical issues and the evening and everything, But yeah, folks, we're YouTube partners. We are monetized, and I couldn't tell you. It's like,
he's awesome.
She says I'm awesome. To me, it's like it's the big thing that makes me personally happy about it. Obviously, setting aside all the goals that we've talked about, but just giving me a second shot of getting back into film has just been godsend. And my childhood best friend, Dan Cavanaugh, DKP Productions out of Los Angeles, we grew up together in Jersey. He has been a huge supporter and a component in this, because I had been away from the cameras for years. I was still doing photography in the 2000s, but I haven't done any filming since 2000, I think. And
it's been a while.
It's been a while, and now we have 32 episodes, I think, on YouTube. And I don't know how many hours of footage we've filmed since day one for Chandler and Phoenix Country. I mean, tons. Oh, right. Hey, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm sure you noticed recently we've been trying to get the schedule out like a day or two um, earlier, and that's a huge challenge. There's a lot of people. It's like, can we have Friday and Saturday, on Monday? We wish we could. There's so many changes and everything like that because there's people who have tried to do this in the past, and they my father's texting me. He thinks this is funny. I don't think he understands.
No.
If you're watching, Dad, I can explain to you later. If you're still watching, but yeah. So the biggest challenge is there's so many changes with the schedule. I mean, sometimes, Jeff is on. He'll tell you. Sometimes, like at the absolute last minute, we'll find out. I mean, I in the past couple of years, maybe 8 or 10 times. I've caught, well, yeah.
He wants you to look at the camera, honey.
Oh. So, it was supposed to be over here, Dan. Everything went dead on me.
Well, then put it up here.
Well, because I'm trying to monitor the comments, too. So, I'm doing both,
But
doing this.
what if you put this up here, though?
It's fine. It's fine. Well, I guess I could do that.
You could.
I could try.
You could do whatever you want to.
I do what I want. Let's see if this even works. My dad is okay. So she's fired. We're back.
Will be the first time.
I hope we're back.
We have 7 people now.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna leave it down here for right now. But yeah, everything was set up here so I can monitor chat and film today. And I can't. None of the computers will connect to YouTube Live. I'm not really sure why. And also at the same time, it's our first stream. But anyhow, yeah. So with the schedule, we ran into issues like we're finding people that are double booked. Bands are hi Lindsay. Bands would be booked on with the venue, and not even know it. I'm not going to name the venues. Or you'll have 2 different ones. Oh, it's my mom. That's Mom. If you're in there, you can just go into the chat. So. So doing it really far ahead was a challenge, but doing 24 hours or so ahead of time, we haven't gotten into too much trouble. We're still doing edits. Usually y'all don't know, because when we post it, I post it and share it. So if I have to make corrections for the bands or the venues, it just populates across all the different pages. So Lindsay, you're in here. Have you been in long enough to hear the announcement, or right now we're kind of chit-chatting? So numbers keep going up, so we can kind of talk about what it is that we got going on. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Oh, I was like, I didn't realize I was married. Dan's saying hi to my mom and dad. Yeah, so Lindsay, we're talking about how we started off and what the different goals were towards the reach and the population and everything. And the big announcement, I keep waving in front of the camera because I was expecting the camera to be over here. The big announcement was YouTube emailed us, and they approved me as a YouTube partner, and we have become monetized. So, and again, it's not a huge. It's a big deal to me in terms of everything, but it's going to be a bigger reach and so on. We will actually be able to generate some revenue from advertising and stuff. So. If you're watching our videos and you see an advertisement, watch it for a few seconds, maybe give it a click. So and that goes and that comes back into this stuff. Yeah, and Lindsay, we were talking about, so we're on Patreon, and we will start now having giveaways for people that patron Country Road and, obviously Chandler Country and Phoenix Country. So if you go to Patreon, that is a creators network where you can unlock different benefits for supporting, say, a channel or a creator. So we have different tiers starting at like $1 a month. So you unlock like additional content that we're not actually posting online. Yep, Jeff was the first member. So we actually have an insiders group, a CRE insiders group that's in there, and that will start with the second tier. Stop! I'm trying to focus here. So with the first tier on up, you'll get a welcome package from us. You get a sticker. You get a koozie. the higher you go in the tiers, we'll send you other merch like T-shirts and stuff. When you do go in, you unlock the additional like cut footage, behind the scenes footage. That all is starting to go in there. We leaked one last week. Sometimes we'll start filming, and I blame her, but it all of a sudden it turns into a train wreck, or that tractor trailer just jackknifes, and we just go into this twisted, and it's funny. Yes, Jeff, it's so special. Lindsay, you should be on it, but it's so much fun that we have, and it's like, well, we can't put it into the video because either it's going to be too long or off topic. So we're using Patreon as a platform that we can share that with you. So we'll have that, and then the CRE Insiders Group is a secret group. It's an open community. It's on Facebook. Jeff is in there, but in that group, you'll be able to post and talk about all things country road, all things music, all things dancing. It doesn't matter to me. It's a community. So people will be brought into that. Jeff is cracking me up. So Patreon is going to be a lot of fun. And we have a project, and Jeff was shushing me earlier, Lindsay. I don't know if I may have told Lindsay.
Well,
because Lindsay has been like my right hand since the early days. She has helped out tremendously. She's put up with me thick and thin. She's awesome. Big shout out to Lindsay. She is like the best. I love her to pieces. There's so many things that we've done that are awesome and everything and just even the schedule. There have been times if she wasn't there, I would have not been able to do it, or lost my mind, or jumped off a bridge, and she can vouch for that. Especially when we're doing big events, I freak. I mean, it's just, if you guys ever come to an event that we're putting on, you can just tell in my face, and she's always been there to calm me down and keep me on track. So yeah, a lot of big things coming. The project we're hoping will be finalized. I'm hoping into business tomorrow, and we'll be able to announce it in a week or so, and you guys are gonna love that. So all of you that are big fans of any of the local bands in town, this is something you're going to want to definitely be a part of for sure. Well, thanks, Lindsay. Yeah, and you're just on a break. You just come in when we need you now. You're on call. So when we took the kids to California for 4 or 5 days, and I was able to get pre-schedule as much of the lineups as I could. And while I was away, Lindsay covered it. And we also have Debbie, who helps a lot. So she does a lot of our scouring and data mining of the net to get a lot of the information. And then we put it together in a format that you can see it. And she handled that. Heck, last year I did a road trip to Montana. I was gone for 10 days. Lindsay did everything. She did the moderating. She did all the data mining for all the lineups and the schedules and the Photoshop work to make sure that you guys, had it. So if you ever see Lindsay, say hi to her, give her a hug, because she has been like a huge part of the framework in building this the last couple of years.
She's awesome.
Yeah. So she is definitely awesome. Sorry being a part of it. I could read that so many ways, Lindsay. It's like...
Oh my goodness. There's kids on.
I know. I know. I don't know if our Riley's still on there. So... That's right. Yeah, she does.
And she's also a total sweetheart.
Yeah. And Dan, thanks for popping in, dude. See, what did Dan say here? Yeah, so Dan Kavanaugh, I've known him since I was like 3 months old. And if you've ever heard of like Girl Next Door, he worked on that. He has done some Shark Week stuff. He's done, some reality TV. And love you too, sweetie. He has, talking to the kid again. He has, he does a lot of work with like National Geo and everything. So if you look up DKP Productions, I check it out. Like, it's some pretty cool stuff. And I mean, we grew up together, and it's been such a blast to actually be having these conversations with him about this. I mean, it's, I don't know. I feel like I'm a kid again, going back towards my dream. So it's pretty awesome stuff. You got 8 people in here.
Pretty awesome, isn't it?
What, that we have 8 people when I expected like 100? So for those of you who are just now getting it, I don't know.
Better than none.
You're on Gordon Ramsay's show? That's awesome. That's awesome, Dan. Good job. Oh yeah, you got it, buddy.
Hi, Dan.
Dan, this is the gal you were supposed to meet, but you were out of town at the time when we were in Cali. Don't tell anyone. So yeah, Dan's pretty awesome. But yeah, because we had some issues with the other cameras, we had 2 links online. So I don't know if everyone that we sent got the updated link.
Well, Riley did, so she was the first one in there.
Yeah, well, as soon as I posted the other one, a notification went out to subscribers.
Oh.
So the subscribers would have grabbed it.
The
I assume. Now, I do know there's a quirk with YouTube that sometimes they only send out 1 notification per day. So for those of you who aren't subscribed to us on YouTube, please do so. And but be sure to check us out on Twitter as well, because if we do additional streams or videos during the day, you might not get that notification, but you will on Twitter, and of course you will on Facebook as well. But Twitter been right to your phone as well. So I mean, we are on Instagram. You can find us at Twitter at Country Road NEN, at Country Road EN, and then we're on Instagram as, I believe it's just Country Road Entertainment. So a lot of that's all automated now. I sometimes forget our handles. So do we have anyone new on here?
We have 7.
There's 7. It's
people
been
now.
going up and down a little bit.
Yeah.
I wonder if my parents are still on. That's funny. Didn't expect my parents to join.
It was your
Well,
mom.
Yeah,
who
it
was
turned out to be
using it.
Mom. But she was texting from. So he's got the iPhone, and she
Oh.
has an iPad. She was probably watching it from his phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Aw.
So yeah, again, folks, if you could take the time to subscribe to our channel in addition to what you're following on Facebook, that would be great. As we're sitting here, we're actually getting new members on Facebook. That's awesome. But that would be really great. If you haven't seen our videos, definitely give them a watch. I can tell you in the early days it was a little painful,
Well,
but we've
kind of are.
yeah, it's a lot better.
Me and being it.
Oh, stop. But it's definitely improved. We've learned a lot. We've been able to obtain better equipment. I mean, you're looking behind us is our green screen, and I had a lighting issue, so that's why we actually have this on. Forgot to change the light bulbs. But decent equipment, microphones, all this. That's funny, Jeff. Well, I'm glad you got in. But all like being able to get that all together to improve the quality of the videos was key. I remember using the Panda lavalier the first time. Then that video was so awesome, but the opening scene of it was painful because for whatever reason with the iPhone X, it just was cracking. And we refilmed it 3 times.
And
I was so frustrated I didn't even think of unplugging the mic and just filming off the phone. And I'm just like, whatever.
Was that in Flagstaff?
That was the one. Yeah, we opened it up on the road.
Oh.
It was right before we did that time lapse.
Mm.
So that was a treat. And then we, of course, we had tons of awesome footage that y'all didn't see because continue to have issues with that. But it was me because I was using it on the mic on a GoPro, and it just I've since figured it out. But we had 10 minutes of really awesome footage, but you can't quite hear me. Ouch, Lindsay, really? You're gonna burn Jeff like that? Come on. We're still waiting on the Damn Band to put out their new album. It's done, but Nate hasn't decided on what is it? The album cover, the artwork is still in debate. So I'm hoping that once they get back from their tour, this last tour they're on, that they'll actually be able to get that out there. I don't even know how are you even like halfway done with that, Jeff? 2025. That's like when I get a sales call at work. I'm like, well, I'm really not on the market for this right now. And they ask me, when can you call back? I was telling everyone 2019, 2020, and they're telling me the other day, I need to kind of increase that. And trust me, I told someone in 2017, call me back in 2019. And they said, awesome, I will put you down. And I'm like, really? That's so sad. Depends on what you consider half done. Well, how many songs are going to be on it, Jeff? You're going to have like 8 or 12? Or is it going to be Southbound's new hit single?
Oh my
One.
goodness.
It's a single. I called it right before he said it. I
know,
called it.
right?
That's awesome.
That's funny.
But yeah, if you haven't caught the videos, definitely do so. And I think they're so much better since I kind of forced Carly into them. But
Yeah, I don't want to be in them.
and she says that, but she loves the camera. But the thing you have to understand with us is, in reality, we are always having fun.
Oh.
And we thought we'd bring that element into the vlogs and the shows and everything like that. And I think it's pretty awesome, and I think it makes a huge difference. And if anyone's ever hung around us, we're kind of insane. And if you're not having fun with us,
Then go away. No, I'm just joking.
it's just going to be awkward for that one,
Well.
even though we're kind of weird. But So does anybody have any questions? This is the first time in 2 years I think I've even sat down and had any conversation with everyone. I think we talked a little bit to some folk when we were live on Facebook from Tombstone.
Oh.
But we really want to start taking more time to get to know everyone. We want y'all to see what we're kind of up to all the time. Jeff can contest to it. Lindsay can contest to it, and heck, Dan. Half of the people watching know that we are constantly working on this stuff, but we are always about having a good time. And that's the key.
Right.
So, well, I think we'll wrap it up. I don't know if we're going to get any more people. So, yeah, the big news is we are now an official YouTube partner. We're monetized, and appreciate everyone coming. Jeff is from Southbound, everyone. So those of you who are on Facebook and whatnot, definitely check them out.
Yay.
They're out of Prescott. They're awesome, and I do believe they're playing Tom Ryan's Friday and Saturday this week from 9 to 1. And don't ask me how I know that. It's kind of a joke.
He's psychic.
I'm psychic. And then DKP, check him out at Daniel K Pictures on Instagram. And Jeff is playing, that's right, I knew it was tonight. Jeff is also playing Bourbon Jack's Bar and Grill in Chandler tonight at 8:30.
Maybe we'll see you, Jeff. Maybe.
He's inviting us out.
I'm just saying, maybe we'll see him.
Oh, okay. So, so I guess we'll wrap it up. Again, check us out on Facebook. Give us a share. If you have anything to say, drop it in the comments. And we also have the public comments, And be sure to... all right, we'll come by. We're celebrating today. We just want to share with everyone. But
Well, we're always celebrating.
yeah. But remember to find us at Phoenix Country, Chandler Country on Facebook, at Country Road Entertainment on Instagram, at Country Road EN on Twitter, and Country Road Entertainment on YouTube. So with that, we'll see you at the next video. And thanks everybody. See you soon.